Alright, time to shoot another one of these. Might notice a few changes. I am in a new location, no longer have my trademark pink wall behind me. Also, since I've moved, I can't find the charging cable for my camera, so I'm shooting this on my phone. I'm hoping that it comes out correct and I don't have to rotate it later. And that's about it. Let's talk then. What's today's topic going to be? Let's talk about being paleo. You probably see a whole lot of this, might even participate. You see the Facebook updates, people talking about their new paleo lifestyle, the paleo diet, paleo recipes. What are they getting at here? They think being paleo means eating what paleo man would have eaten. Eating meat that you can hunt down and catch, vegetables that you could grow naturally, fruits that you have access to from gathering, that this is the paleo lifestyle. But let's talk to the core here. What was paleo man? Paleo man was a survivor. He's our ancestor. Had he not survived, we would not be here. We come from a long line of people who survived. And how did they do it? They did not let obstacles stand in their way. These people did not keel over and die at the first sign of adversity. They did not give up. They did what it took to make their ends meet and pass on their genetic code to you. In your blood courses this survivor instinct. It means that when push comes to shove, they did what it took. So how could you be paleo? It means that you don't buy into the crap that's out there that says what you need, what you have to do. That you hear that you need 8 hours of sleep to recover from a workout. That if you're not getting 8 hours, you might as well not even be training. The reality is, if you push your body, it will respond. Because it has two choices. It can adapt, or it can die. Those were the two choices the paleo man had. He could adapt, or he could die. When he got injured, he didn't go to rehab, he adapted. And if he couldn't, he died. And he didn't pass on his genetic code. He was too weak to do so. The same holds true for us. So many people, they get hurt, and that's it. They decide that they're going to take months off, as though that's what is going to heal them, as though that's what's going to make them stronger. Your body, it's not stupid. It knows that if it's getting time off, it's got a good thing going. Why would it heal when it knows that being hurt gets it time off? You have to teach your body that it doesn't get that option. It doesn't matter how bad it feels. It doesn't matter how hurt it is. It doesn't matter how broken it is. It has to survive. Your body is capable of so much more than you give it credit for. It's just lazy. It wants to put in the bare amount of work to get stuff done. But if you keep introducing stressors to it, it knows that if it doesn't adapt, it'll die. Your mind is so much more powerful than your body. Your mind is what compels your body to act. Your body will send signals to your brain, and it'll tell it what it thinks, but it's up to you to decide. Don't be a hostage to your body. You have to convince your body that you are crazy. You have to convince your body that you are unreasonable, that you will not give in to the demands. This is a hostage negotiation here, where your body is trying to get away with something, and your brain simply cannot allow it to happen. When your body tells you to quit, you keep going. And you train your body to fear your mind. You train your body to know that a crazy man is at the switch, and that it doesn't matter how it feels. It has two choices. Adapt or die. More often than not, your body will pick adapt. Because as lazy as it is, it's not stupid. It's invested in its own survival. It's why it picks the lazy route, because it wants to expend the minimal amount of energy possible to meet the goal that it wants to meet. But if you teach it that it doesn't have that option, that it has to work hard, it'll do it. It's up to you. Being paleo isn't about eating paleo food. I always joke with my friends that I followed the paleo diet if Paleo Man had Taco Bell, because he'd be there a lot and he'd eat a lot of it. It's the truth. It's just doing what it takes. If you are put in a crummy situation and you only have fast food around, you just make do and you eat it and you train anyways. If you're in a crappy gym, you make do and you train anyways. If you're sick, you make do and you train anyways. You do what it takes to meet the success. You don't complain, you just act. I hate hearing things like, I wish my gym had X. Because wishing won't get you anything. I'll give people advice. I'll tell them to hit up the glute ham raise. I'll tell them to use a reverse hyper. And I get the same thing. My gym doesn't have that. As though that fact is relevant to what I'm saying. Your body doesn't know what your gym has. Your body just acts. It's up to you to facilitate your success. Just like Paleo Man had to. He was not given a gym. He was not given these tools. He made what he needed to survive. And you don't have the ability to do the same? His blood courses through your veins. You do what it takes. People think that they need their 8 hours of sleep. Meanwhile, there are Navy SEALs going through Hell Week as we speak, who are getting by on maybe 8 hours that week of sleep, broken up into little 20-minute intervals, who are somehow surviving. Why? Because they know they have their two choices to adapt or die. But you can't get to the gym with just 6 hours of sleep? You can't train off 6 hours of sleep and still make progress? I bet you can. I bet you if you push your body and tell it, hey, 6 hours is all you get, deal with it, it'll deal with it. What else is it going to do? Steve Pulcinella talks about paleo rehab, and I think it hits right on the topic. When you're hurt, you can rest, you can go to rehab, or you can keep training. And if you keep training, your body will find a way to get better because it knows that, well, this is it. I still have to work. I still have to function. It knows it's going to encounter the same stressors regardless, and it better heal quick or else it's just going to hurt more. I'm not saying this is sound medical advice. I'm not saying that it's what a medical professional will tell you. But I'm saying that you know, with this survivor blood in you, that you have the ability to act and survive. You know for sure you can keep pushing your body and pushing it, and it'll find a way to cope. Those who don't are those who don't get strong. Those who do continue to get strong. They're living that paleo lifestyle. They're doing what it takes. They're surviving because they have no other choice. And when you put your body through that situation, it'll do the same. You have to live up to the potential that was granted to you by your forebears, by those who came before you, who didn't even consider the possibility of quitting, who didn't even know it was a possibility. They lived their lives day to day and did what it took. Why can't you do the same? Because you've been told you can't. Because there's some medical study saying that it's impossible. Because you read in a textbook somewhere. Your body doesn't know. It only knows the stressors you put on it. It only knows what the crazy man in the brain is telling it to do. If you want to be paleo, if you want to live the paleo lifestyle, it's not about making paleo cakes. It's not about eating paleo desserts. It's not about making paleo cheeseburgers. It's none of this nonsense. It's about actually surviving. It's about actually being the survivor. It's about doing what it takes, no matter how beat up you feel, no matter how impossible it seems, because you know you have no other choice. Put that stressor on your body. Be paleo for real.